Ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again for the Week 12 edition of Gridiron Kicks. I'm your host, Pierce Simpson, and as always, thank you for tuning in. Now, this week's edition of Gridiron Kicks is rather special as our starting 11 countdown features the most custom kicks that we've ever seen in our Gridiron Kicks history, as nearly 75% of the countdown features artistic work from some of the best makers within this industry. In addition to our starting 11 countdown, we'll feature some of our collegiate players, and we'll see what you sported utilizing the Gridiron Kicks hashtag. So, without further ado, venture with your man as we present yet another edition of Gridiron Kicks. Now, to begin things with our starting 11 countdown is arguably the best wide receiver within the 2015 NFL season, and that's the Houston Texans wideout DeAndre Hopkins. He sported this Nike Vapor Carbon Speed Load TD in their matchup against the New Orleans Saints that incorporated Texans-like colors throughout the upper. Now, you may be curious to why this made the countdown, but it's much like an NBA player sporting a nostalgic silhouette, as this model was released in 2009. At number 10 is a notable member of our starting 11 countdown and has been for this entire season, and that's Rashad Jones of the Miami Dolphins. He suited up yet another Souls by Sir custom of the Nike Mercurial Superfly. At number 9 is Eric Ebron of the Detroit Lions, who laced up this De Jesus custom model of the Nike Alpha Pro that incorporated Lions hues throughout the upper. At number 8 is Illustrative Creations, who created this silhouette for Bashaud Breeland as they took on the New York Giants. Incorporating red skin hues throughout the upper in a cascading-like effect, Bashaud Breeland has been a solid member of the starting 11 countdown this season as he looks to fortify the Redskins secondary. At number 7 is yet another custom, this time by Conca Designs, who created this low-top silhouette of an Under Armour PE for Aqib Talib that incorporated mostly white and Broncos orange throughout the upper. At number 6 is Marvin Jones Jr., who had his creative custom kicks model of the Nike Alpha silhouette that incorporated flash along the side panel and an all-black makeup. As you may remember, Marvin Jones was the top 2 candidate within our starting 11 countdown a couple of weeks prior as the Cincinnati Bengals took on the Arizona Cardinals. At number 5 is Deshaun Jackson, who hauled in this deep pass from Kirk Cousins, sporting this prototype of a brand Black series in which he recently signed with the aforementioned brand. It incorporated yellow hues throughout the upper along with burgundy accents. At number 4 is Odell Beckham Jr. of the New York Giants, who had this remarkable Thanksgiving-like themed Peanuts silhouette of the Nike Vapor Carbon that incorporated one yellow shoe and one white shoe created by Recon Beat Lab. All in all, it set the internet by storm, and although Beckham cannot wear the silhouette during games, it's a treat for pregame. And now for our top 3 within the starting 11 countdown. At the number 3 spot is Dez Bryant of the Dallas Cowboys, who sported the Air Jordan 12, as he is the first player this 2015 campaign to sport an Air Jordan 12 PE. Sporting a mostly white upper along with silver accents along the mudguard, commemorating Dallas's Color Rush uniforms. This was a strong PE and a rather lackluster showing for Mr. Bryant. At the number 2 spot is Mohamed Sanu of the Cincinnati Bengals. This 2015 NFL campaign, he is dominated with a variety of custom cleats created by Creative Customs and Dez Customs. This week is no different as he looked to honor his family, incorporating his wife and child along the side panels of the silhouette as his Cincinnati Bengals dominated the St. Louis Rams. Now for our number 1 spot within our starting 11 countdown belongs to MVP candidate and Carolina Panthers quarterback Cam Newton. He sported his Under Armour C1N prototype during the Thanksgiving game against the Dallas Cowboys, in which he enlisted the help of Creative Custom Kicks and Dez Customs as they created this teal-like silhouette that incorporated Cam Newton dabbing and doing his signature Superman celebration along the side panels of the model. In addition, it commemorated Carolina Panthers Color Rush uniforms and subsequently may be the best silhouette this season. Now, before we wrap up our starting 11 countdown, there was another tidbit that was rather interesting that we spotted on Instagram last night. It seems as though Souls by Sir looked to deliver a package to Martellus Bennett and Tracy Porter of the Chicago Bears as they took on the Green Bay Packers on Thanksgiving night. However, the concierge of the hotel in Green Bay decided to refuse to offer their custom cleats to the Chicago Bears players, as he seemed to be a diehard fan of the Packers. Seems to be tough sledding for the Chicago Bears, but Tracy Porter and Marty B continue to be fixtures on the starting 11 countdown. Hopefully week 13 will show their prominence. Now, switching to college, the theme of the 2015 season seems to be Nike-based schools continue to dominate, as the top 4 teams within the college football playoffs are all Nike-based schools, such as Clemson, Alabama, Oklahoma, and Iowa. In addition to the Nike schools, we also saw Adidas outfit the Texas A&M Aggies as they took on LSU in Death Valley. Although there was much speculation on whether or not Les Miles will have a job, the LSU Tigers dominated the Aggies, but they had some nice uniforms. Now, as always, we want to see what you sported within your respective games, as the playoff time of high school football is right around the corner. So we took to Instagram and Twitter to see what you used utilizing the Gridiron Kicks hashtag. First up, we have King.ChrisJR1, who laced up the Air Jordan 7 cleat with his #1 uniform, as he had the caption, "I went from being number 88 to being #1. Next up, we have Goldie Island _3, whose kid had a remarkable Nike PE with the caption, "My dad, Gmorg44, has kept me looking the swaggiest all season long. Thanks, Pop." Next up, we have _ the Julian, who has this vibrant Nike silhouette with the caption, "Wearing my Sunday's best, #Gridiron Kicks." And lastly, we have Allen15, who hit the field in the Air Jordan 6 cleat with white and black hues throughout the upper. And that wraps up the Week 12 edition of Gridiron Kicks. It seems as though this football season has flown by. But let us know in the comments section your thoughts on the starting 11 countdown and whether or not we feature your favorite player too low or maybe too high. But until next week, I'm your host, Pierce Simpson, and as always, thank you for tuning in. This has been another edition of Gridiron Kicks.